Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Odds Are Even podcast. I am here with the one, the only, the Parlay Poppy, the Dawn of the Double Down Bets, the Master of Maleficence, Corey
Manipulation.
Deader. How are you doing tonight, brother? How you doing? How you been, man?
What's up, dude? Oh man, it's a long fucking week, man.
Did you
And I
have
got a crazy kid at home.
which
Oh yeah,
the
my
little one or the
little one. He is
yep.
Well, let's start off. Christmas killed me. Then my boss didn't put in my PTO on my next
Oh,
check, so it's nickel and dime in it. And then to top it all off, my son got in my wallet and took $50 of cash out and disappeared. So as
damn.
the the I don't know gambler I am, I have $100 in my thing. I'm like, I should just take it out, right? No, I need to double it first and then
Yeah,
take it out.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Did that work out pretty well for you?
No, last weekend was very bad, dude.
Okay.
The college
Okay.
football got very bad. I lost
Yeah.
about $60,
Okay.
and but I'm back up to $66, and I'm
So
fighting my way up there to get some money
so what
out
you're
there.
saying is your son lost less money than you?
Yes, yep, yeah, it happened. And then like I'm bitching about it, and she's like, "Why did you take it out there?" I was like, "I fucking lost it, and I can't." Yeah, it's bad. It was bad, dude. But yeah, I'm
it's
ready for these kids to go back to school, brother.
yeah.
I got
I
another
mean,
week coming.
I can agree a little bit, but
How you doing,
yeah.
buddy?
Oh man, work is the crazy thing for me. That Arctic blast had a bunch of people being like, "Oh shit, we should probably have our systems inspected and checked out," and "Oh shit, our things aren't working." And it's like, dude, sorry, you didn't plan. I'm not gonna be busting my ass trying
Yeah,
to fix your shit, man. I think that's the way like the world of trades need to get back to, and it might be callous, but
a
like
little control.
we're too much of a fucking service thing. Like,
Yeah,
dude, I get it. Your shit breaks down at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, and that sucks. But guess what? Don't fucking ruin somebody else's night about it.
yeah,
That's just
yeah.
me. I mean,
No,
but I, I do work on a lot of like commercial refrigeration, and I get that because it's like $100,000, $200,000 in product
does it
in that
happen a lot?
freezer. Uh, Not too often. Usually, the stores that I work on a lot they close at 9, so like 9:30. So usually after that, I'm free.
Yeah, that's good. That's
But
good.
no, it was definitely one of those days where you drive home in silence, just staring at the road, being
Hmm.
like, "What the fuck?"
And it never
But
happens
no,
until you got plans or something.
right, right. Well, yeah, I'm on a roof. I'm on a roof at 4:15, and it's cold, and I'm tired. I've been running around since 5:30 in the morning. So
Uh-huh.
I,
Yep.
yeah,
How
yeah.
you
But
been
you know what?
gambling?
It's Friday. What?
How you been gambling?
Oh, I'm winning all the time, dude. Winning all the time. No, I've been actually
Going
kind of
light?
holding back
I
a little
know.
bit.
I've been watching.
Yeah. there hasn't been anything like that I felt super great about, and everything
No,
that
you
I
don't
have
got to.
felt
You
great
just
about
gotta
it. Well, I mean,
just
anything I felt something about hasn't won either. So I'm I'm trying to recalibrate. I'm trying to get focused on since we're at the tail end. We got a big push for playoffs. Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
we're going to be coming in next week with a lot of playoff shit. We're going to be really focusing on playoff bets, trying to make that shit happen.
Uh-huh.
So I've been kind of lying back on the past couple weeks, both with pro I don't or college because I don't. Bowl games are weird. They're hard to bet on because so many times you
Unpredictable.
can look at it and be like, "Oh, that team is for sure going to win," and then
What
Oregon.
what
But
was what was the message you sent me? And we're like, oh my god, that has to be a mistake. Oregon money line
yep,
was plus money, and god damn, did they know
yeah,
what was going on?
yep.
That was bad.
So
I've been
yeah, so no, that's why I've been hanging light, but I haven't been winning. If that's what you're asking.
I've hit a couple hockey overs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overs, huh? I usually ride on the unders, but that's always tricky because open goal nets at the end.
Uh huh. Well, everybody does like the 6, and I always go to 5 5, and it's like usually minus 135 or something, which you get like $7 off of 8 or something like that. Not much,
Right,
but
but
that little bit, the way them single bets and just inching here and every other day got
right,
me the bigger amount. And then I go, ooh, I want to double it real quick. So I start doing some
right,
parlays and parlays like bigger money. And guess what? You have to go
right.
the parlays are the devil.
They they are, but actually, when you were talking about that, I was about to be like, well, you could probably grab two of those and just two leg it, and get plus money on that.
See, that's it, dude.
But no, I get that, man. So I guess this week we're going to kind of talk a little bit about college football and how that went for round
Yeah.
two. It was kind of a crazy week, man. What did you think about it?
Well, the game that everyone was a for sure blowout, the Arizona Texas game, was probably
Yeah, it
one
was
of
a
the better
blowout.
games I've seen all season.
It was a pretty good game. I didn't get to watch all of it,
Yeah,
um, but I definitely went back and watched highlights, and it was definitely a good game.
he's at a weird
Uh,
time too,
it was at a weird
early,
time. Yeah, I mean Ohio State, dude, what the hell?
bro. Losing,
Are
you think losing to Michigan in a weird way may have like helped them?
I mean, to be
Maybe
honest, probably,
I think so.
probably. I mean, that's like our Raiders loss last year,
Yeah, against
where
Mind
that
Right.
it catapulted us to be like, oh shit, it's time.
Yeah, it's
Um,
go time, bro. Okay, who is this fucking uh Smith wide receiver they have? You know what I'm talking about?
on
Ohio.
on who? I
Ohio?
don't know.
Bro,
I've
he's
I've
going to
maybe
win the
watched
Heisman
two
next
games.
year.
You reckon?
Dude, he's better than um, Harrison Jr. or whatever last year. He's
Mm-hmm.
way better. This guy is a fucking monster. And I guess he's been
Okay.
like that all season. Like, fucking made the Ohio State quarterback look like fucking Patrick Mahomes out there.
Yeah.
Will Howard.
The
Like,
only game I really watched him in this year was when they played Nebraska, and they didn't
well,
look too great that whole game.
no, they did not.
So
No, they did
nobody was
not.
really shining.
But their last two
Uh,
games have been insane.
yeah, no, it
They've
looks
kind
like
of dominated
they're hitting at the
every
right
time.
time. I mean, and then you have Georgia going down.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I I don't know if I saw. I don't think I saw that one coming though.
Um, the writing was on the wall. I bet Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I always last year, and I know it's totally different. Last year Notre Dame kind of screwed me over
shit the
on a
bed.
couple things, and
Yep.
so I just have steered away from them. But
Nope. I get that because I
no, I
mean this is
mean,
probably one of the biggest games Notre Dame's won in a fucking long time.
oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, they're
But
going on to the semifinals and the
yep,
playoffs. That's a
they're
big
playing
deal.
well, and they got all their players are playing. But the main thing that really divided was which the Georgia quarterback's not that good to me. That Beck.
Back no,
But he was
no,
out, which
yeah,
is fucking. And I hate Kirby Smart, that fucking goofy motherfucker, dude. I can't
right.
stand that son of a bitch. But one thing before we leave the Georgia game, did you see that dumbass walk on cornerback that Georgia was got like a huge play and he was like kind of on the field and ran into the ref. The ref ran into him and they got a 15
Huh?
yard penalty. He wasn't like dressed out or nothing, just in a fucking uniform top and sweats. This white dude is a fucking nerd.
Damn,
Yeah,
I did not see that. I
they
didn't get to
kept.
watch much of that game
Oh,
either.
okay. They kept going back to him and showing him at the end of the game. It was fucked up, dude. I felt sorry for the guy. What a dumbass.
So yeah, I
So
mean, hey, this what? Go ahead, go ahead.
no, so you were able to watch the Ohio game or no?
A little bit.
That one was a tough watch
Yep,
because I had money on Oregon. You did too. Is on
yep,
our parlay. We needed that to hit our third leg, right?
right. Yep.
Yeah, and we almost and I mean, we barely skated by in the Texas game,
Yep.
and yeah, that Oregon one would have fucking did it in, and what was it? I don't know, 38-0 at one time, maybe.
Yeah.
It was bad. It
It
was,
it was bad. I seriously I think it was halftime, maybe a little before halftime, where I said, "Fuck it, I'm done."
and that was the downfall of my money when I was trying to double it. That was really the nail in the coffin because then I bet Oregon plus 21, just
Right.
like out of fucking like, dude, there's no way they can't start scoring. And then I cashed
Right.
it out. Luckily, or damn, I would have won that. God damn it! Just realized that, dude. What the fuck, bro? So,
Oh
what do you
man,
think it's
but
going to take to stop Ohio State?
um, honestly, I think you got to get pressure on the QB.
Pressure. That's all it is, bro. You
Um,
need a fucking. I'll tell you this: Texas don't have that. Texas is not
no,
good.
no,
Notre
they
Dame,
looked better at the beginning of the season than they definitely
yes.
do now.
Notre Dame has the best chance, I think, with Ohio State. To be
Do you
honest,
think? Yeah, I agree. I mean, Penn State's pretty explosive on the offensive side of the ball, though.
Penn State and Notre Dame have the same football team to me. You know what I mean? They're kind of like a
Yeah,
smash mouth team with it. So in this game, Penn State's going to have to pull out some shit, and I just think that coach will fucking, I forget his name. Well, he'll crumble again. He never wins a big one.
right. Well, and I think Notre Dame is they've had a couple times where they fought back this year, and I don't know. I think because I think right now Notre Dame's 2-point favorite. Penn State's 100 plus 110 on money line.
They're 2 point. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Well, you see that
I'd
Georgia game, Notre Dame didn't. I mean, they got a lead and then they just held on. You know what I mean?
right, right,
But Georgia's defense is pretty good. I don't, but they got that. It was 3-3, 6-3. It was field
right,
goal battle, and after they got that lead, they just played fundamental football, buddy, and didn't turn the
right,
ball
right, and just
over.
grind and held it out.
Grind
Well,
and
and
held it out.
I think um, getting back to stopping Ohio State, when they weren't in true form when they played Nebraska, I'm not going to sit here and
Mhm.
say that they were playing great, obviously. But one of the big things that Nebraska did was they had that pressure, always pressure.
Mhm.
Um, they were getting home with 4-man rush. I mean, it was a good upfront day for us for sure.
Mhm.
And I think that that's what's gonna have to happen. You're gonna have to rattle them. You're gonna have to change your defensive looks. I mean, Ohio State's they're coming into their own right now, and that's not good for any of these other teams.
I think almost Ohio State had such a perfect game last game might be detrimental to them.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's always that kind of that rebound rust where
Yeah,
you come off of a good game.
because
I
that
mean, shit. Look
they couldn't
last
have played
year
that game
when
no better.
right. Well,
Mhm.
look last year when Miami went and played the Dolphins, beat the crap out of the Broncos,
Mhm.
just beat the shit out of them, and then the next week went out and played the Bills and got the shit kicked out of them.
Mhm. Yeah, they scored
It's that
87
yeah,
points on them.
right.
I don't. So that is scary. I don't know what the line is
On
on
what?
the Ohio State
Ohio State.
Texas.
They're Ohio State's 6-point favorites. Texas money line is plus 190.
Yeah, I don't
53
know.
and a half is the over under.
I definitely might hit the overs. Not a bad look, but
The over's not a bad look, but I can see Ohio State putting up 30 and
Texas
Texas
not.
not putting up shit.
Yeah, Texas kicker is fucking trash.
Yeah,
But thank
yeah,
God he didn't make those because I bet a 2.5 spread and that would have won. Or I bet a 3.5 spread and that would have won by 3 and that would have lost me all my shit. So it was
right,
a weird spot. I was wanting Texas to win, but missed these field goals. It was perfect for me. It was
right.
actually awesome.
Earlier in the year, I had one of those games that
Hmm.
it's just fun to watch. It was Oklahoma State, and they were the last leg I needed to hit on a stupid like 4 leg that I
Yeah.
threw down, and it was going to be for like $50, $60, nothing crazy.
Big
And
hit.
I'm just, uh,
That's nice.
it was a nice hit. I think it was
Yeah.
off 5 too. And I'm watching the game, and they go into overtime, and I had them at 7.5,
Yeah.
and I'm like, fuck, I
Yeah.
can't win this
That's
bet.
it.
And they're playing first one, they both kick a field goal. Second one, both score a touchdown, and then it goes into they have to make the 2-point conversion now, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a chance.
Yeah.
And fucking Oklahoma State came out and they shut them down and scored and made the 2-point conversion. And I was
So
just like, oh my god.
so college overtime, it goes regular, regular, regular with 2-point conversion, and then eventually it just goes to running 2 points of conversions against each other
Basically, yeah.
because they don't even do like they don't have to drive down the field. They just line up at the. Remember when KU went to like that 5 overtimes last year,
Right.
6, and by the end of it, they were just doing lining up at the whatever and running. Each team got one play. See who got it.
Right. Yeah,
That's
no,
nuts.
it's crazy, and it's definitely crazy as you get into like games that can't be tied.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're gonna run it until you, which that's the nice thing about college football, but those are fun games to ride with.
Those are really fun because you're rooting for both teams at one time in the game.
Right.
You're
You're
like, no,
you're
no, I need
yeah.
to stop. I need, yeah,
Right. Like, dude, come on, dude, you guys got this. And
yeah,
my daughter will ask, Papa, who are you cheering for? And I'm like,
yeah,
I'm cheering for me.
yeah.
I
Any
want to win this bet.
any red team is what my daughter goes for now because she thinks it's
Yep.
from the Chiefs. Like fair enough.
Yeah.
And you got the Chiefs in Nebraska, so you're all
Right.
red,
Well,
buddy.
and it's always funny because anytime football is on in my house, my oldest always says, "Papa, are the Chiefs playing?" No,
No, no, not
no,
right now. You'll
no. If they
know.
were, yeah, you'll know. You'll definitely know.
What was I gonna say to you?
so so we kind of talk a little about next week. I don't really have any craziness like thinking about like betting on anything
No, I'm gonna
for
bet a low spread, Ohio, low, and then Notre Dame.
yeah. That's kind of what I was
But
thinking too.
God, I could see Ohio laying an egg, buddy. I
Yeah,
just could feel it laying a fucking egg, dude.
that would be interesting.
While we're
So
here on college, you want to touch on Cam Ward, dude?
yeah, I was actually
Because I'm
gonna say there was
interested how you feel about this.
another college thing that we were gonna talk about with Miami, Mr. Cam Ward walking off.
But okay,
Let's see, what are your thoughts on this?
all right. So my thoughts are, at first I was like, "That's shitty,"
Right,
whatever. But then the whole team knew after he got the record, he was done.
right,
Cool. But how can you go out there? I don't see how a competitor can go out there and just let his team fucking crumble while he's played until he got what he wanted out of the game. You know what I
right,
mean? So some things need to change. And the only team that I've seen do this so far is Colorado. And Dion got insurance for all the star players that wanted to sit out because, got insurance for them. So if they got hurt, they got paid. You know what I mean? Which
right.
is fucking genius.
No,
That's
absolutely.
the way to round it. They are. It's ruined the bowl seasons. The bowl seasons have been ass with people sitting out, which rightfully so. I
Right,
get both ways. Like you don't want to get hurt in a almost meaningless game to you, um,
right. Well,
and ruin your career.
and so I get all that too, and personally, I don't have a problem with Cam Ward being like, "Hey, I'm not playing after this," and because he is the product of the transfer portal generation.
Uh huh.
This is what they fucking created with the transfer portal as it exists. They've
Yeah.
created teams that they've destroyed, like you said, they've destroyed bowl games
Mm-hmm.
because when when we were younger and watching bowl games, dude, every bowl game was exciting. Every team wanted to win that bowl game.
Uh-huh.
And now you have people that are just opting out because obviously they don't view that as a big deal. And they think that, hey, I'm the person that I need to be worried about. And they
Bigger
are
than
to an
team. Yeah.
extent. But, when you get to that place, you're never going to have a team if you change teams every year.
Oh, you can't build a program. You
Right.
have
Well,
to get kids
you have no loyalty. You have,
to buy
you
in.
know, yeah, you have nothing. You don't have, and maybe too that goes back to kind of college coaching and how it exists these days because you think about USC in the
Yeah.
2000s with Pete Carroll and he had he was pumping out amazing quarterbacks. And I just think that this is all a product of the transfer portal, and
Oh
it
yeah.
sucks for fans, and it sucks for bowl games. But
I would almost rather him not even play. If
Cam,
I was on the team, I get you want the record,
right,
but we want to win. There's still other people, here on this team, but the coach makes it all about that player too, which it reflects in the end, and it reflects your team. Um,
right.
they have
I
to.
mean, I guess at least he did put up 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Did they lose still?
They sure did.
Yep. So I mean, they wouldn't have, but see,
Right.
that's tough. And that puts the fucking second string in a weird spot too. It
Yeah.
would throw off the locker room.
No,
They need
absolutely.
they need to change it to where you can transfer one time in your college career.
Yeah.
You
Once or
better
twice.
you better make it fucking count. You can't just
Right.
hop around each year when you're not happy.
Right.
Pick a
Right.
fucking
Or
school.
for oh, I get this better opportunity here.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah. No,
Or
I
freshmen and sophomores can't transfer, or you can only transfer junior senior year.
mhm.
Make you go to a school, get fucking recruited by a school, and get recruited instead of all
Right. Well, I
transfer.
mean, and that's the thing now with the transfer portal. Recruiting is fucking dead.
Fucked. Yeah.
There's no point to there's recruiting is not happening in high school kids living rooms with their mama and everything around. It's not happening like that anymore. It's happening in a fucking office looking at that they just entered the transfer portal. Let's see if
Yeah.
they want to come
Oh,
to Ohio State.
let me talk to his agent.
Right.
That's
Right,
insane, bro.
which again, man, I think that college athletes deserve to be paid.
Yeah, I do
One
too.
hundred percent. Schools, everybody is making money off of them, their bodies. They deserve to be paid. That's not
Schools
even a
need to
thought
pay
for
him.
me, huh?
Sorry. The schools need to start paying him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and if you're going to use the NIL stuff to make that a thing,
Yeah.
that's fine too, I guess. But you just
Yeah.
have to, we have to keep checks and balances on things. And I think that the transfer portal is something that severely needs to be addressed.
Yes.
But so we're going to kind of jump just a little bit here.
Okay.
So while I kind of feel that I get where Cam Ward comes from, there was another guy who basically tapped himself out of a game, and that
Yeah.
was one Sir Aaron Rodgers.
Does this surprise anybody?
It doesn't surprise me, but I think that this is way different than the Cam Ward situation
Big time.
because I think when you're a professional athlete,
Uh-huh.
you stay in the fucking game
He
until the
quit
coach
on his
tells you to
team.
fucking go out. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh
And I
yeah.
mean, of course they're not getting in the playoffs. We all know that. They have a shit fucking season, but you're quitting on your team and you're saying things like, "Oh, I'll come back next year and be a mentor." Well, dude, you're not fucking showing that you can do that or want to do that.
The Jets were in the trash, and he has pushed him deeper in the trash. He's a victim.
Absolutely.
All he does is worry about going on Pat McAfee and attacking someone about their fucking vax cards or some bullshit that no one
Right.
gives a fuck about. He didn't go to none of the fucking summer shit.
Right.
He's doing off his own bullshit, and that all reflects, and it's hilarious. He blamed coach, coach fired. He blamed the
Right.
general manager fired. Blamed wide receivers. They brought in Adams,
Right.
not helping. You got something on Adams too, I think.
Right.
He blamed the O line last year. Well, he got hurt, but the O line was ass. I don't know what they did with that. Who gives a fuck? They're still gay. He is a fucking victim in all these situations, bro. And
No,
I can't fucking stand it.
absolutely. Absolutely. I think that, you know, so the thing that I heard is that the Jets organization, it's rumored that they are going to step away from both Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams in the offseason.
Really?
They so from what I heard is Rodgers' relationship with owner Woody Johnson is shit and irreparable.
Yeah.
And obviously they're not going to bring Adams in. But here's the thing with Adams, man. When does he get to be to the point where he is going to get labeled as an unsportsman or a non teammate? Because he played well at Green Bay. He was
Yeah.
in with Green Bay. He was a teammate. He went to the Raiders. He wasn't, dude. He was bitching and moaning the whole time. And to be honest, was probably one of the big contributions to, or the big contributors to the locker room cancer that became, with everybody wanting out of Las Vegas.
Yep.
And obviously now he's coming into New York, acting like him and Aaron are gonna just connect and
What did we
tear it
think
up
was going to
again.
happen?
Right. So I think any team at this point to pick up Aaron Rodgers is fucking dumb.
Insane.
Fucking dumb. The only team I could see doing that would be fucking Cleveland.
The Saints.
Because even though did you hear that they're restructuring Watson's contract and they're keeping him on?
Yeah, they're in a weird. They fucked up the whole market, brother.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That
They fucked up the market. They fucked up. I mean, yeah. Realistically, at this point, I think they take the L and they move on. They keep Jameis Winston. Like, dude, you just chalk it up that you got 5 more years before you're going to be a fucking decent team.
Yeah,
possibly.
They need
probably
to
have 10 more years
keep
so it'd be a decent team.
draft somebody,
right?
Get somebody.
I mean, what? And that's the fucking thing, man. You have fucking first round draft picks all the fucking time. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Baker Mayfield. He can't cut the what's Baker doing? Oh fuck, he put up 5 fucking touchdowns, dude. What the fuck are you doing, Cleveland? You're about as fucking bad as New York. Jesus fuck. And the Giants, fuck, dude. I don't know why it's pissing me off. I'm getting fucking pissed off right now.
I think the funniest thing last week is Giants brought up their backup or whatever his name is, Luck. They win.
Right.
Lose the first draft pick because of it.
Yep.
Did you see Sanders wearing the Giants cleats at the bowl game?
Yes. Well, and now I saw a meme that was Sanders looking all bummed out, and it was like when you realize that you're going to be a fucking Panther or whatever they said.
Yeah. I got some. So New England is jumping up there because they're getting up there. I've heard. So this was Nick Wright. You like Nick Wright?
Yeah.
He's like, trade Drake May for a high first round draft pick, get Sanders, and then try to get Travis Hunter, and then try to get Dion. Kick out Mayo too. But it's not.
Well,
it could happen. It's some weird shit like that could happen.
That's not. I don't see New England doing that.
No, they're racist.
Yeah. New England is looking for their next Tom Brady. Yeah. Obviously, you have Mac Jones, and then you have fucking Drake May. They went into the draft saying can we find an unassuming white guy that we can turn into one of the greatest players of all time? And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, motherfuckers, you didn't do that.
Nope. You think they're gonna fire? You think they're gonna fire Mayo?
Uh
1 year.
I think he's
I think he's on the block.
I think he is on the block.
Oh yeah.
But that's what sucks though, man, is like when people come in and they only get a season, what can you do in a
That's not
season,
cool.
man?
You can't. You can't. Yeah. And that
But I
coaches are
think
getting
that
fired sooner and sooner every year, bro.
right.
They got
Well,
it rough.
and maybe Mayo did pull out enough to look good enough to not lose it this season, and they might give him another season. But
Yeah.
if they do, I don't think that they're going to try anything crazy in the draft.
It's gonna be a shit show, bro. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
no,
a
I
fucking shit
I
show.
agree. But so while there isn't very many great football games this week, with people sitting and whatnot, it is incentive week.
Yes, it is.
And incentive week means that money is to be made for both players and potentially bettors.
Incentive week's
Um,
really
uh,
cool because you see a side of a team where they kind of pull together in a way to help each other out, and they're all kind
mhm,
of in it for, you know what I mean. And
right,
it's not always expected, or it's like, I don't know. It's kind of cool to watch, you know,
for
and
sure.
and you know they're really gunning for certain people to get certain shit. So like,
Right.
I'm sure the odds are going to be different. They're going to do the same thing we're doing,
Oh, 100%.
but if you parlay them,
So we have a fucking crazy 12 leg parlay.
exactly.
No, we do have a couple interesting incentives to kind of talk about.
Yeah, we
I
gotta.
just wrote a list.
Okay.
I'll just kind of go through. I'll start one and then you can jump onto
Yeah.
another one. Kyler Murray needs one rushing touchdown and 50 yards rushing for 750K.
750K. Kyler Murray is definitely playing.
700.
Do you know who they are playing?
I'm actually getting. I don't for some
Okay.
reason. This week has been a weird week in my brain,
Yeah. Well, I get it.
and
I get it.
yeah, with fucking I don't know, having the Chiefs play on a different day throws my whole week off, bro.
Yep. I get it.
They are
So
playing the shit. Where are they playing? They're playing the 49ers. He might have a chance.
he's gonna. He's gonna actually. He's gonna run for it for sure. He's
Oh
gonna.
yeah.
He's gonna take the ball in his own hands and just run.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's the thing about a quarterback with a rushing incentive. That it's all in him.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. One of the things that are looking good to me for sure is Kyler Murray anytime TD this week.
Um. So, are you gonna put money on that?
Yes,
Are you really? Crazy bastard.
maybe.
The one that
Well, now
I'm
you said it
really
like that. Now I'm questioning it. Sorry.
no, I was just wondering because sometimes we say we don't do it. The one that is Mike Evans. It's 5 passes, 83 yards for $3 million.
Yep,
And Baker Mayfield has some as well, which it's
for
like
sure.
five
Yeah,
different incentives for
we got it labeled as Mayfield week.
Mayfield week. So they're gonna go, and are they out? Are they
Tampa
still might
Bay.
have it? Yeah, they might
They
still have
still
a
they're still
chance.
on they're still in the hunt.
Yeah, so
I believe they're still in the
they
hunt
have something to play for.
for sure.
I wouldn't want to
And
play Tampa Bay in the first round.
I wouldn't either. I really
Seriously.
wouldn't either. They've looked great at certain parts of the season,
And so what I was reading is
and
going
they
to
play
be
the Saints.
that's a good one. They have it. It could end up Tampa Bay versus Washington, and Philly versus Green Bay, and Green Bay is the lowest seed.
Right.
Isn't that nuts? Green
The
Bay's been playing like shit, but
right, but they've also. I mean, that's the crazy thing is when you look at like the NFC North and you look at all those teams and you're like, Jesus Christ, this is a super fucking stacked division. You have Detroit, Minnesota, fucking
uh-huh.
Green Bay all in the same division, and then fucking Chicago.
Chicago. God damn. Bless
So
their
this is
soul.
always kind of a go-to, but King Henry needs one rushing touchdown for
Yes.
500,000. I mean,
And they play first game.
yep.
Who do they play?
They
Someone
play
who's not good.
the
Browns.
Browns. Yep. So
How much is he gonna
Henry,
play?
that one rushing touchdown, how much?
Just get that motherfucker and get out. Then
I
we're gonna be bitching
yeah.
like Cam Ward.
It'll be funny when he comes in and they're on like the 1 yard line and they just hand it off to him and he just fucking plows
Yeah.
everybody down, gets a touchdown, and just takes off his helmet and goes into the fucking locker room.
And I think Lamar Jackson has an like something to get like the best ever passer completion rating or something, and then a rushing touchdown as well.
Yeah.
Which they could get all that in the first quarter probably.
Right. Well,
I
again, that's the thing is how much are they going to play?
Yeah, I won't bet like Lamar like passing yards or anything like that.
Right.
Know?
One guy that we could bet some passing yards on is Mr. Geno Smith. He needs 185 passing yards for a sweet $2 million.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Do you know who they play? Is it manageable?
Why do you keep asking me that?
I'm sorry. It matters.
I mean, yeah, we're kind of doing a podcast. I should.
Sorry.
Let me see. They
While
play.
You're looking that up, dude, the Vikings are really something, I think. And
I think they are too. We can talk about that in a second. I got some shit to talk about that. They play the Rams.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one.
It's 185 yards. I think he can do it.
You could. Yeah, it's gonna be. That's usually not that. That'd probably be like minus fucking 250, 300.
Right.
That's one of my legs and my parlays always, and it never hits like a QB to get 150.
The minus 5,000 legs, the one that doesn't hit, and you're like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, you fucking suckers, dude.
So a couple other ones we'll kind of fly through real quick. Tony Pollard needs 83 yards for $250,000. Could be a
Titans.
Decent, yeah.
Yeah.
MVS needs one touchdown for $250K. I can say, MVS, you ain't getting paid, motherfucker. No. I would avoid that at all costs. So incentive week, there's a little meat on the bone there. I think this week is the touchdown prop week and a few, kind of player prop week more so than spreads and shit. Let's circle back to the Vikings and Mr. Sam Darnold.
Yes.
We have to remember that the Vikings did draft one J.J. McCarthy. What is that going to be like next year?
What are they going to do?
That you can't
get rid of Sam Darnold.
I don't think you can get rid of Darnold.
Mm-mm.
I mean, fuck, dude. He's playing fucking lights out for you.
Playing really good, and they're in a weird spot. Like, so do they like? I think they'll probably franchise tag him. And
franchise tag. You think they'll tag Darnold?
Yeah.
Really? Why? You don't think they want to pay him?
Not until they see what J.J. McCarthy can do.
You think that they're gonna? Well, okay. Is Darnold's on a 1-year deal, right?
Yeah.
And so obviously he's gonna want to get paid. You think that they would tag him?
Yes.
Which they're still going to have to pay because that's a quarterback. That's still an expensive franchise tag. Pay him and sit him?
Don't know if they'll sit him. I think they'll see how it'll. JJ was starting the season, bro. That's nuts to me.
Right. So I think if I was Minnesota, I would, and obviously I don't fucking know shit about fuck, but I would keep Sam Darnold. JJ's still cheap.
Yeah.
See how that goes. If you need to get rid of somebody,
See if you can get a draft pick for JJ.
Yeah, or even, I mean, here's the thing, man. Darnold's not old, but he's not super young.
Yeah.
What about sit him for a couple years behind somebody and then give him, see how it goes.
Yeah. No, if he's willing to do that, Some of them
Right.
are egos from um uh oh, I'm sorry. My
You're
brain
good.
forgot what I was saying. But
Yeah, no.
who was it? We were talking I don't even know. I don't even
No,
know.
we're talking about Sam Darnold and
Yeah,
JJ
sorry,
McCarthy and
buddy.
ego. See if he can
Yeah.
sit behind
That's a
Sam
problem.
Darnold.
That's a problem. Didn't Sam Darnold have a good season at the Jets though at one time? Didn't he for a little bit or
No.
no? Nothing.
No.
This is his best season so far.
Yeah, no, he came kind of
Oh,
out of nowhere.
yeah. And that will be a locker room fucking destroyer if they fucking let him go and bring in JJ and then they're not good.
Right.
Jefferson would fucking lose it.
Right. Well, I think at that point, to me, the Vikings are a weird team
Yeah.
because your biggest player is a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Your offense essentially is built around
That wide
a
receiver.
wide receiver.
Yep. I like that coach though.
And so, huh?
I like the coach.
Yeah, no, I do too.
Yeah.
I think that when you do that, your quarterback and your receiver chemistry is a big deal, and it appears that Sam and Jefferson have a decent chemistry.
Yeah.
So I personally I don't see McCarthy getting the start next season. I really don't. I don't see how they can go away
But do you
from
think they keep him on the team?
him.
They keep both
While he's
QBs.
cheap, yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's on a rookie
He's I mean
contract.
he's first round rookie contract, so it's whatever that is. But I
Not
mean, it's not
much.
crazy. Like, it's not like pennies on the dollar, but it's fucking,
Yeah.
you know.
No, I
So
agree. That's gonna be interesting to see what happens. What plays out over the summer.
do you think the results of the playoffs and how they play in the playoffs will factor into that? Because honestly, I think if they get past one round of the playoffs, I don't think there's a possibility that they could not start Darnold.
No, I agree. I think they've had such a good season so far. It should be cut and clear now.
For sure, I agree. I agree fully, man.
Yeah.
But what do we got? So we're gonna talk a little Chiefs.
Man, it's all backups, buddy.
Yeah. Oh,
um,
I didn't know if you had any Chiefs news or anything happening.
just Mahomes didn't make the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
Sucks. Worst
yeah.
QB out there.
It
Okay.
doesn't really matter.
Doesn't even matter, dude. He wouldn't be able to play in it anyway, right?
Right.
Fuck.
Well, and he wouldn't want to play. I mean, the fuck all that shit is
Lame.
just it's so fucking lame.
And
Um,
what about I wrote two things down. That and how the Saints grab all the players the Chiefs let go. And like we get
yeah,
their best years out of them and then we let them go there and they are forgotten.
they overpay and underproduce.
I think there's probably 5 Chiefs on the team right now.
Yeah,
Gay, Matthews, whatever.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
That D lineman and that white safety 49 that used to fuck us over all the time. On our
Oh,
drove me
Dirty
fucking
Dan.
Dirty Dan, that cocksucker, dude.
Fucker, dude.
I hate that motherfucker. But
Every once in a while,
he
he'd
would
come
get a
up with
big
that
one.
grab though, and you'd be like, "Oh, Dirty Dan!" And then
A big
half the other time, you're like, "Fucking Dan
he
Sorensen, you
gets big
motherfucker!" Yeah,
deep.
dude, you're fucking 30 yards back, dude. What the fuck are you
That
doing?
dude drove me crazy,
Oh,
bro.
dude, yes, I 100% agree. It was all or nothing with him, man.
Mm-hmm.
All or fucking nothing. Fuck him.
Nope.
Um,
I don't really have much else on the Chiefs, man. It's
well,
one of them
I got a
weeks.
little
Oh,
something I watched.
I'm worried
I
about
did
the
watch
rust.
what the
I'm worried
yeah.
about rust.
I get that, and I mean, I would normally be like, maybe we shouldn't sit, but with Mahomes' ankle,
Yeah,
and
no, it makes sense
I,
too.
yeah, I think we take our chance with the rust and
It's
know that
like
we're gonna get, we're probably gonna end up hitting a fucking on the edge team in the AFC that we've already beat. So hopefully that'll be a good game to knock the rust off. But
yeah,
as you know, that's when we play our worst is against those teams.
yep. We
Um,
fucking I think it's like over 20 something days off. Like
Right.
27 days off.
Right.
It's insane.
So I watched a little documentary this week though,
Okay.
about one Chiefsaholic. Have you heard about this? You
My
seen this?
dog. I know who it is, yeah. The bank
So,
robber?
huh?
The bank robber?
Yeah. So the documentary was all kind of about him and about him getting out of prison or jail for the first time, and then cutting his ankle monitor and going on the run. And
Fucking wild.
it was a good fucking watch, man. It was a good watch. A
I
lot of
need to
like
check that
Chief
out.
super fans in
They're
there,
nuts,
and
aren't they? That's a weird
they
group.
super fans are kind of crazy, man.
Yeah,
Like I get it, but I don't get it.
as soon when all that shit was going down, Chiefsaholic, Barstool sent some people there and interviewed and like tailgated and then interviewed the super fans because like
Hmm.
I think one of them got in like a fight not too long ago.
Factor
Remember?
X or whatever, yeah,
God damn it! Yeah,
or
like
X
it
Factor,
was
Factor X, one of the two.
crumbling,
Yeah,
and
dude.
they're it's like their own world inside of a world there, and
Yeah.
it's like the dark web or something. It's
Well,
fucking
it's
weird.
like the gangs of Disneyland, man.
Yes, it is
You know, it's
exactly.
that same thing. It's like people take this shit too far. Like, don't get me wrong, I love, but do I want to go to the game every week? No, I would rather watch I'd rather watch 99% of the games on my couch.
They're only dressed up
Uh,
crazy and painted and
right.
nuts.
You're
Yeah.
out there, you're waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to like get in line to get your fucking tailgate spot that you've been
Uh-huh.
tailgating at for 20 fucking years. And if
Yeah.
somebody else parks there, you're going to fucking be a dick about it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
dude.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. I guess that's a little too much for me. I love going to football games. I love going to sporting events, don't get me wrong. But like I said, most of the time I'd rather just sit on my
My,
fucking couch and drink my cheap beer.
my friend at work has season tickets, which
Yeah.
if I tell him a game next season, he'll sell them to me at face value, like not make no money off them.
Yeah.
They're pretty good seats. She wants me to take her, but I don't want to take her.
Yeah. Why would you take her? That's not fun.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah,
So
dude.
yeah, I'm gonna try to get
Cool.
it
So
to her.
we're going to a
Yeah,
Chiefs game
that's
next
what
year.
I was getting at. Yeah, I'm about to.
Hell yeah, man.
It's like guys' night there or something. We'll just make up some lie.
Right, right.
Cheesaholic
It's
invited
only
us.
yeah, only dudes allowed. Only dudes.
I gotta make
Well,
sure it's a
right
real
on, buddy.
cold game or something.
Oh yes, dude. I love cold game. I would rather go to a cold game than a hot game. Nebraska's playing at Arrowhead, but I'm questioning if I'm gonna go because it's fucking at the end of August. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
miserable, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Um
What time of
and
day?
and I don't. It hasn't. They haven't announced
Okay.
that part of it yet. They just kind of announced. That was the first thing I asked. Like, what time is this going to be? And couldn't
Yeah.
find any info on
Yep.
it. So, I mean, yeah, if it's a night game, maybe.
Maybe.
But dude, if it's like a fucking nooner or a
No.
three, actually the 3 o'clock game would probably even be worse, dude. I don't know.
I've had the worst luck with K State games because we try to beat the weather. We go
Yep.
one year starting the season and it pours so fucking hard that I mean they delay it 10 times, and then we go last game of the season, and it snowed fucking 3 foot of snow, and we couldn't even make it up there.
Right.
So we stopped going. We're like, we need to figure out basketball games, I guess.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I went to when Nebraska played Minnesota a few weeks ago. I went, and or not Minnesota, Wisconsin. God, but it was like perfect, dude.
Yep.
Perfect weather. Like I
Hoodie
didn't
weather.
need a hoodie. I didn't even need one,
Really?
and I was comfortable.
Yeah.
It was a great time. But yeah, so that's the only thing that's holding me back. But you got anything else for the night, bud? I think
No, buddy. That's it, man.
well. Hell
We'll get
yeah! Well,
posted
we
to the
did it.
YouTube page.
Say what?
We're gonna post this right to the YouTube page.
Right to the YouTube page.
Yeah.
It'll be in your news feeds before you fucking know it, man.
Yep. Exactly, buddy.
Well, thanks for spending another Friday night with your boys. Have a good weekend and fuck Vegas.
Fuck Vegas.